Ladies and gentlemen, there is a way that the wealthy move through the world. They walk differently, talk differently, and think differently, not because they were born into privilege, but because they have discovered a principle that many overlook. Wealth is first a mentality before it is a reality. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a way that the wealthy move through the world. It is not about the size of their bank accounts or the number of assets they control. It is about how they think, how they carry themselves, and how they see the world. Wealth is first a mentality before it is a reality. If you understand this, you will realize that you do not need to wait for money to start living like someone who commands it. The way you think, the way you speak, and the way you act determine what you attract. A person with a wealthy mind is never truly broke. They may not have money today, but they understand that financial lack is only temporary when you have the right mindset. The poor look at their circumstances and feel defeated, but the rich look at the same circumstances and see opportunities. This is the difference between those who remain in lack and those who rise above it. Your mentality is what dictates your future, not your present condition. When you observe truly successful people, you will notice they exude confidence. This confidence is not rooted in their money. Rather, it is rooted in their belief that they belong at the table. They do not second-guess themselves. They do not shrink when entering a room. They do not wait for permission to succeed. They carry an air of ownership, even when they do not yet own anything. This is why wealth often flows to them. They are already moving in alignment with the future they desire. You must understand that the greatest poverty is not a lack of money, but a lack of vision. If a person cannot see beyond where they are today, they will remain stuck in their current reality. But those who think like the wealthy are always looking ahead. They see potential where others see problems. They recognize opportunities where others see obstacles. This is why some people can start with nothing and build an empire, while others, given every advantage, squander their resources. It is not about what you have in your hands, it is about what you have in your mind. You do not need money to start thinking like the wealthy. You do not need status to walk with confidence. The world responds not to what is in your pocket, but to what is in your posture. When you begin to carry yourself as someone who belongs in rooms of influence, you will find yourself invited into them. When you start speaking with authority and conviction, people will begin to listen. When you see yourself as valuable, others will begin to see it too. The wealthy do not approach life with a mindset of scarcity. They do not hoard knowledge, relationships, or resources out of fear of loss. Instead, they understand that money is a tool and wealth is a mindset. They know that the real measure of success is not just accumulation, but multiplication. Of opportunities, of value, and of impact. If you want to move through the world like the rich, you must begin by changing how you think. Stop waiting for external validation. Stop waiting for someone to tell you that you are worthy of success. The decision to be successful is yours to make. Act as if you already have the resources you need, and the opportunities will begin to present themselves. Speak as if you already belong in the places you aspire to reach, and doors will begin to open. When you carry yourself with the posture of wealth, wealth has no choice but to follow you. Money will not make you rich, your mentality will. Opportunities will not find you unless you first position yourself for them. Move through the world with the confidence, vision, and purpose of the wealthy, and you will begin to attract the very things you desire. Thank you. This keeps the depth and inspiration of Dr. Miles Monroe's style, while focusing on the power of mindset. Would you like any refinements? Here's an expanded version of the speech focusing on 2 keynotes. There is a way the wealthy move through the world. It is not just about their money. It is about their mindset, their posture, and their vision. They do not shrink in the face of challenges. They do not wait for opportunities to come knocking. They do not live by chance, they live by intention. Many believe that riches come first and confidence follows, but the truth is the opposite. Wealth is first a mentality before it is a reality, and confidence and vision unlock doors long before money does. A person with a wealthy mind is never truly broke. Even in moments of financial struggle, they understand that their circumstances do not define them. What defines them is how they think, how they carry themselves, and how they respond to adversity. The truly rich do not see limitations, they see possibility. When others complain about lack, they look for ways to create. When others focus on obstacles, they focus on solutions. It is this mindset that attracts wealth, not the other way around. You do not need money to walk with confidence. The wealthy move through the world with a sense of ownership, whether they own anything yet or not. They introduce themselves boldly, they sit at tables with assurance, and they speak as if they belong. Because they believe they do. This belief alone sets them apart. While others hesitate, question themselves, or wait for permission, the rich move forward as if success is inevitable. And because they think this way, it often is. Confidence is not arrogance, it is certainty. It is knowing who you are, what you bring to the table, and what you are capable of. Too many people disqualify themselves before they even try. They assume they are not ready, not qualified, not worthy. But the truth is, wealth does not come to those who wait. It comes to those who believe they are ready and act accordingly. The greatest poverty is not a lack of money, but a lack of vision. If a person cannot see beyond their current situation, they will remain trapped in it. The rich are not controlled by what they see today. They are guided by the vision of what they know is possible tomorrow. This is why some start with nothing and build empires, while others inherit wealth and lose it. It is not the money that makes a person rich. It is the ability to see opportunities where others see limitations. The truly wealthy are always looking ahead. They plan, they strategize, and they prepare for the future. They understand that success does not happen by accident. It is a product of vision, execution, and unwavering belief. When a person lacks vision, even a fortune can be lost. But when a person has vision, even in lack, they can create a fortune. The way you see yourself determines how the world sees you. If you see yourself as insignificant, people will treat you that way. If you carry yourself with doubt, people will doubt you. But if you walk into every room as if you belong, if you speak with authority and clarity, if you believe in your own value, others will begin to believe it too. Confidence and vision are more powerful than money. They are the forces that attract wealth, open doors, and create opportunities. When you move through the world as though you already possess what you desire, you begin to align yourself with the very things you are pursuing. Do not wait for wealth to change your posture. Change your posture, and wealth will follow. Act like you already own the future you desire. Speak with the certainty of one who knows their worth. Move with the confidence of someone who understands that success is not given, it is taken. When you think, speak, and act like the wealthy, you will find that the world begins to respond to you differently. Thank you. This version blends the two keynotes. Wealth is a mentality before it is a reality, and confidence and vision unlock doors before money does, while keeping the speech powerful and motivating. Let me know if you'd like any refinements. There is a way the wealthy move through the world, and it has nothing to do with the size of their bank accounts. It is not about what they wear, what they drive, or where they live. It is about how they think, how they carry themselves, and how they position themselves in life. Wealth is first a mentality before it is a reality. Confidence and vision open doors before money does, and true wealth is built on principles, not just profits. If you want to move through the world like the rich, you must first understand how they think. A person with a wealthy mind is never truly broke. They may go through seasons of financial struggle, but their mindset ensures that those seasons do not last. The poor look at their circumstances and see limitations. The wealthy look at the same circumstances and see possibilities. This is why some people can lose everything and rebuild, while others, even when given wealth, squander it. The difference is not in the money, it is in the mind. You do not need money to walk with confidence. The wealthy move through life as if they belong in every room they step into, whether they are the richest person in the room or not. They do not ask for permission to be successful. They do not wait to be invited to the table. They walk into spaces with the posture of ownership because they understand that wealth is attracted to those who believe in their own value. Confidence is not arrogance. It is certainty. It is knowing that you have something to offer, that your ideas matter, and that you are worthy of success. Too many people wait for external validation before they believe in themselves. They wait for someone to give them an opportunity, to recognize their potential, to tell them they are good enough. But the truly wealthy do not wait. They decide, they move, they act, and because they do, the world responds to them accordingly. The greatest poverty is not a lack of money, but a lack of vision. A person who cannot see beyond their current struggles will remain trapped in them. The wealthy do not live based on what they see today. They live based on where they are going. They understand that setbacks are temporary, that problems are just puzzles waiting to be solved, and that every challenge carries an opportunity within it. If you cannot see beyond today, you will never build for tomorrow. But vision alone is not enough. The rich do not just dream, they execute. They do not just hope for better, they strategize. They do not just talk about success, they discipline themselves to achieve it. This is where principles come in. Wealth that is built only on profits is unstable, but wealth that is built on principles, on discipline, integrity, stewardship, and purpose will last. Money is a tool, not a goal. Those who chase money alone may achieve temporary success, but they will always feel empty. The truly wealthy understand that wealth is a means to an end. It is a tool to create impact, to build something greater than themselves, to leave a legacy. They do not focus solely on accumulation, they focus on multiplication. Multiplication of value, of opportunities, of influence. If you want to move through the world like the rich, stop thinking like the poor. Stop seeing problems instead of possibilities. Stop waiting for permission to be great. Stop focusing on just making money and start focusing on building something meaningful. Walk with confidence, speak with authority, and move with vision. Success is not given, it is taken. And it is taken by those who dare to think, act, and live like the wealthy before they ever see a single dollar in their bank accounts. Thank you.